Operation Neptune Spear is a mythological code word attributed to the Navy SEALs. Now, Neptune represents the god of the sea, which is an equivalent of the Greek god Poseidon. Its spear represents an extension of its power, basically meaning that it has the ability to go beyond its personal boundary into enemy territory and pierce the enemy, which is exactly what the Navy SEALs did. Now, the Navy SEALs are attributed this symbol because they are considered the embodiment of the sea, as their training forged them in the waters. And so they are an extension of American power who goes beyond U.S. borders illegally into Pakistan to capture bin Laden. Now, if you look at the Navy SEALs symbol, you'll see that it's an eagle holding a rifle or gun and the spear of Neptune. The eagle represents the air, the gun represents land, and the spear represents the water. So basically these are the three regions that the Navy SEAL operate in: land, sea, and air. Neptune's spear is a code word for Navy SEALs, which are the spear that can operate beyond its natural environment in air, water, and on the land. Now, the Navy SEALs are considered a new hybrid species that is able and capable of working in all environments. But the word Neptune's spear, it has a twofold meaning. It doesn't just mean Navy SEALs. It's referring to the operation to actually capture and kill bin Laden. So the word itself is a label which conceals the success of capturing and killing of bin Laden before it's already done. And the reason why it's done like this is because the Navy has, or the U.S. government has consulted already with the astrological blueprint of bin Laden. And in order for this to be a success, it has to be labeled correctly, and it has to be done in the correct timing. So if we look at Operation Neptune Spear, there's a message there. And the message is that the spear, which is the Navy SEALs, is going to be the weapon of choice to kill Neptune. In this case, Neptune is bin Laden, one of their own. So bin Laden, coincidentally, is a Pisces, okay, which is a water sign ruled by Neptune, okay? This is not a coincidence. This has been strategically put together, the name, the code name, and the choosing of the people, as well as the timing to go and capture bin Laden. And this has all been put together based on the cosmic blueprint of bin Laden, to know when and where he will be located and if the operation will be successful. Okay, you can see all of this in the astrological wheel. So none of this is by coincidence. Those who carried out the mission probably have no idea of the in-depth story behind the entire event, but those who are in places of power know exactly what they was doing and chose these words carefully. The U.S. government and the U.S. military do not do anything just haphazardly or by coincidence. It's all thought out and pre-planned lots ahead of time. Now, one of the Navy SEALs mentioned that his superior told him that the operation would take place on a night of a dark moon, meaning there was little to no illumination on the moon. Now, astrologers know that the dark moon is a time for secret and covert operations because it represents a blind spot. Now, for them to know to operate under the dark moon, someone had to know astrology. Also, For them to know to operate under this specific dark moon means that someone had to check bin Laden's astrological chart, because this specific dark moon would represent bin Laden's blind spot. And so the agent stated that his superior told him that they had about 2 weeks for the operation, because that would be the time when there would be least illumination on the moon, and one of those 2 days that they would execute on those days. This is not a coincidence. This is astrology for all the non-believers who believe that astrology doesn't work and we don't use it. Astrology has been in use for thousands and thousands of years. All the elites, the kings, have been using this strategy since the beginning of time to consult with the heavens, to find out whether their operations are going to be successful or not, and to deem when to execute these operations based on whether or not the heavenly map gives its okay for the operation to go ahead. So as long as you are in alignment with the cosmic plan, everything is possible and you can get away with it, so long as you operate according to the cosmic plan. And that is what the U.S. government and the U.S. military uses before they act out any type of action or military action. And I believe most governments on the earth are using the same kind of, using the astrological wheel to consult as to whether it's a good timing to do something or not.
This week, we saw a second significant attack with those 10 rockets. Do you know who did it, and what kind of responses might we expect?
We want to make sure that again, we understand who's responsible for this. The message to those that would carry out such an attack is that, expect us to do what's necessary to defend ourselves. We'll strike if that's what we think we need to do at a time and place of our own choosing.